Well, the latest news coming out of the XRP SEC case, and it's pretty interesting. Will this ever actually go to court? Well, by the sounds of it, the SEC and Ripple want to settle this one out of court. December the 15th has been and gone. So what does an outcome look like? And when are we potentially going to see it? Well, in this video, we're going to take a look at everything going on and an amicus curiae, the new filing that has been done in the case of Ripple and the SEC. So that being said, let's take a quick look at the chart. Currently, we're starting to see a bit of a move across the global market, actually. Total up 1%, Bitcoin up 0.7, and XRP just marginally under that at 0.63. Currently trading 35 cents on the dollar. You can see we've minted 4 green candles in a row, so hopefully we see some positive movement going into the weekend. Sunday nights always are a challenge for us, so we'll see what this looks like. Does it mean we get a good move into the week? Well, potentially, but we'll have to stay close to that. 50-day EMA is on its way down. Now, we have an amicus curiae, or curie, in Ripple versus the SEC case. What does it actually mean? What is it all talking about? Well, we're going to break it down in this article. But ultimately, what it is it's a person not associated to the case being able to add things to it, or a friend of the court, you might say, in terms of an individual or an organization that is not party to a legal dispute, but is permitted to assist the court in providing relevant information, expertise, or insight. Now, interestingly, this is for the Ripple part of this case as opposed to an SEC. Gives us a little bit of an idea of exactly what it is, but it says at the bottom here, the lawyer files new request in legal showdown. According to the report from attorney James Phelan on Twitter, lawyer Rodrigo Saraya filled a motion in the ongoing case between Ripple and the SEC. Saraya is requesting to appear as a pro hack vice on behalf of Paradigm Operations LP in the case. A pro hack vice is a legal term for adding an attorney to the case in a state where they are not authorized to do so, so as long as they do not engage in an unauthorized legal practice. Paradigm is a company that backs digital assets related to the Web3 firms. It is noted in its motion that the SEC crosses certain boundaries in the lawsuit. It's reported that the regulator's rhetoric is beyond the requirement of its claims or the support of the law. SEC categorized the XRP tokens and, by extension, several other crypto assets as securities. Also, this motion stated that the difference between offer and sale transactions and underlying cryptocurrencies is critical. It can be recalled that the SEC has reviewed criticism due to its enforcement actions. The regulator has been issuing fines and applying stringent policies to crypto firms to enforce regulation. Within the crypto industry, SEC Gary Gensler has earned the title bad cop of the digital currency sector. Now, we know that they potentially want Gary Gensler to go to court and answer for his failings in this case, which I think is very interesting. But ultimately, a digital asset backing Web3 firm wants to go and support Ripple and has put a motion forward for it. Now, you might think that's great news, and it does ultimately support it, but remember, we already have all those filings in place ready for an outcome. We can see it here. Look, it says, will the SEC file for consideration on the summary judgment? This article goes to talk about the ruling of the US Securities and Exchange Commission versus Ripple is awaited and is witnessing different kinds of speculative outcomes. However, both parties have filed the final briefs seeking summary judgment in their favor. Meanwhile, the attorney following the XRP lawsuit has revealed what might be the next step. It says, attorney Jeremy Hogan replied to a user query regarding XRP lawsuit. A user asked whether SEC would file for reconciliation. The summary judgment before appealing, Hogan stated that the commission could move for reconsideration ahead. He added that, however, the doubt the SEC would file an appeal after a loss, it looks too dangerous for now. Hogan also stated that if the SEC loses an appeal, then it will become the controlling case authority. This can lead to the SEC losing the case in the Second Circuit, in which they're just not going to want to do. It says, however, Hogan believes that the SEC won't risk it and that there would be smart action to take a loss here. However, the commission can then focus on exchange and fraud happening in crypto market, i.e. FTX. Earlier, CoinGap reported that after failing to prevent the take action against SPF and FTX, the XRP lawsuit has become more important than ever. Now, here's the very good bit, or the interesting bit. It says, as of now, Ripple and the SEC have asked District Judge Annalisa Torres not to send the XRP lawsuit to the trial and give a ruling in their favor. However, Cardano founder Charles Hoskins since spread a rumor that it was going to be December the 15th. But I think that's important. They've both the SEC and XRP have asked for this not to go to court now. We're going to put our tinfoil hats and talk about this, because ultimately, for me, in the case of SEC, they don't want this to go to trial. They do not want this to go to trial. I think we can all safely say there's been some incredible failings right now from Gary Gensler and his cronies, in particular the SEC, the XRP case, and more importantly, and more recently, the FTX case. If this even looks like it's going to go the way of XRP, then I think the SEC are going to settle, run away, and keep this as hidden as possible. But ultimately, two big things of information there. We do have a Web3 backed asset firm supporting from a digital aspect the XRP case, and ultimately this movement around they don't want it to go to court, which I think is very, very interesting and very telling, if you ask me, in terms of the SEC. What does it mean? Well, again, we've always said it. If we get some positive sentiment, if XRP win the case, the market and XRP, in my opinion, will see some pretty aggressive price action. Drop in the comments down below, when do you think we are going to get this outcome? Do you think we see it before the end of January? What is your date? And who knows, the closest there might even get some official 2-bit crypto merch that you can grab from the home screen of the YouTube channel. As ever, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.